Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way. Today we look ahead to another Watford fixture, this time as we travel away from home to Loftus Road. Not a very long journey for Watford to make, only a few miles from Vicarage Road to QPR. However, I have some very bad memories from last season. I went to the away game last year and it was actually Chris Wilder's first game in charge of Watford after the sacking of Slaven Bilic. And I know we don't want to think about last season too much because it was that bad. However, I did go to the game. I actually don't go to many away games at all, so it's a very rare outing for me to watch Watford on the road. And yeah, a very disappointing day out in general. I remember it being very cold, it was wet, it was raining, I was miserable, and certainly the Watford performance on the pitch wasn't very good as well. So hopefully this season under Valerian Ismail, we can right our wrongs from last season and fingers crossed pick up the 3 points away at Loftus Road. And you have to say, in terms of Watford's away form overall this season, it's certainly picked up. We've had some really good results away from home, winning against Swansea City, Blackburn Rovers, Hull City as well was the game for me where I was most impressed by Watford. The Hull City generally have been very good this season. They've had a fantastic transfer window in the summer, and they've got some great players. I mean, they've literally just signed Fabio Carvalho on loan from Liverpool, so they do have a lot of pulling power at the moment over at Hull City. And yeah, that was the most impressive away win for me. And then most recently away from home, we drew 3-3 with Plymouth on New Year's Day. Obviously, a few of the goals we conceded weren't that great. I think defensively is where Watford really need to strengthen at the moment, whether that be in a transfer window or working on some more, defensive set pieces or, positioning sense in training. I'm not too sure. But yeah, defensively is where I think at the moment we need to focus. I think we're very much capable of scoring goals. I think Yassir Asprilla really has been our key attacking and creative player this season. He's not got loads of goals and assists, but I think what he brings to the team in terms of his dribbling ability especially, we would really miss if he got injured or if he was out for a prolonged period of time. So if you're a QPR fan watching this video, I think Yassir Asprilla is Watford's key player to keep an eye on. In midfield as well, Ismail Kone has had a fantastic season so far. He's got a great strike on him. So yeah, if you're a QPR fan watching this match preview today, Yassir Asprilla and Ismail Kone are probably the two key Watford players to keep an eye on at the moment. In terms of Watford going into this game and how we stand at the moment, I still believe there's a few players out injured, especially down that left-hand side for Watford, which I think has hindered us lately. I feel like we maybe could have picked up a few more better results if it wasn't for that left-hand side being injured, especially Jamal Lewis and Ken Sema, who before their injuries, had developed quite a decent partnership actually, especially Ken Sema, I thought, was having a fantastic season. Jamal Lewis, maybe not so much, albeit I felt game after game he was growing into his Watford career, and I don't know actually how long they're going to be out injured for. Initially it was said to be a couple of weeks, but yeah, they've still not returned yet, and that was way before Christmas that they both got injured. So we'll have to wait and see how long Jamal Lewis and Ken Sema are out injured for. Maybe Valerian Ismail will give an update in his pre-match press conference. Jeremy Ngakia is still out injured, unfortunately, as well. So hopefully Watford will bring someone in that right back position in January on a permanent or on loan, just really for someone to challenge Ryan Andrews. And yeah, I suppose if Ryan Andrews got injured, we'd be utterly screwed in that right back position. So hopefully Watford will look to do something in January. I think midfield overall we look okay. I think Georgie Chakvedadze is growing into his Watford career as well, and he's showing some promising performances in recent weeks. Tomdele Bashiri recently scored the winner very late on against Chesterfield in the FA Cup to send us through to the fourth round. And apart from that, I think the rest of the squad is pretty much fully fit and ready to go. Who would I play up front in this game? I think I'd probably start Reece Healey. Yes, he didn't impress me last time out at Vicarage Road against Chesterfield, and you've got to remember Chesterfield are National League opposition as well. However, I do think the more minutes he'll get, he'll grow, into his Watford career yet again. And yeah, I think for me, Reece Healey, it's about his match sharpness, his match fitness. I think the more games he plays, the better he'll get, really. So I think with Reece Healey, all I ask for is patience, and hopefully he'll grow into this season, and that's been the key theme throughout this match preview, really. Players growing into their Watford careers, growing into the season, and we've got a relatively young squad at the moment as well. So hopefully, these young players will start to develop and grow. And hopefully we'll continue to see results get better throughout this campaign. In terms of how QPR are doing, of course, they started this season with Gareth Ainsworth in charge, who is a wonderful character in the footballing community. I do like Gareth Ainsworth myself. He does crack me up a bit in his interviews. But I think it was clear for most people to see that he wasn't quite cut out to manage QPR, or at least the expectations of managing a championship club. He had a lot of success in League One, and I think that's maybe where he should look to continue his managerial career for now, because he did really struggle at QPR. Of course, there was a number of factors in that as well, financially, and them not being able to bring many players in really at all in the season or so he was with them. But he really did struggle against QPR. They brought in a new manager and had a slight upturn in form when he arrived. However, I've just looked at QPR's run of form, and they've not actually won a championship game since the 9th of December. And with Watford playing really well away from home at the moment, I fancy our chances in this game. So I'm going to be bold, I'm going to be confident, and I'm going to go with a 2-0 Watford away win at Loftus Road compared to the 1-0 defeat we sustained last season. And I'm going to go with Yassir Asprilla and Tom Bashiri to score in this game. So let me know your score predictions in the comments section down below. If you're a QPR fan watching this as well, let me know your thoughts about Watford this season and what you're expecting from us on Sunday. And don't forget, the game is actually being televised live on Sky Sports this weekend. So Sunday, a 12 p.m. kickoff, I believe. And Watford live on Sky Sports. So make sure to tune in. I'm actually not going to be able to watch the game this weekend. I'm working, which is very unfortunate. I very rarely miss watching a Watford game. But yes, I am working on Sunday this weekend. I'll find out the result after my shift has finished. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as I said, let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.